In my town, we have youth services in the summer and winter breaks. Basically it is lower priced teams, activity groups, or day trips for kids who can't go to camps because of their family's financial issues. My neighbor, M, a mother of 3, who also lives off of a trust fund left by her late husband, who didn't father her kids, called them up one day about a decade ago. I was in the youth services office when the call came in. The office is across the street from both of us, and sort of heard M's side later in the story. Hello. Calling about youth services? Yes, how can I be of assistance? I'm on a fixed income and mother of 3. I was hoping you could recommend services for help. So sure. Can I take your name and ask what you may be looking for? Name redacted / and I would like my house cleaned 3 times a week. I also have a son who has autism and requires a specialist to come over daily, if possible. And I've been wanting a new back deck for my children so they can play outside more. I assume this is all covered as I'm a taxpayer? I'm sorry, we don't provide services like that. We sponsor teams or group trips to kids and teens from families who can't afford private services. And we do charge a reduced rate based off income. I'm sorry. I thought these were services provided by kids and teens in town. No, sorry for the confusion. Well, that said, can you send over some teens to pull out my old deck and start building a new one? That'd be a good start as my daughter has a birthday in 2 weeks and I'd like to have it completed by then. Mom, you don't understand. We don't employ children to do work for town residents, especially construction. Now on speakerphone, and I recognize the voice. What good are you? I've already promised my daughter a surprise for her birthday and my son has special needs. Did you hear me about that? Why can't you send a group over and at least get it started? And how hard is it for some snot-nosed kid to hold a broom to clean my house? Mom, we don't do that. We can't provide one-on-one special needs attention for your son. We don't have children from poor income families clean houses. And we certainly don't recommend teens build you a new deck because you promised your daughter. I'm sorry, we can't help you in this way. This is outrageous. What are my taxes even paying for? Click. This complained about it for weeks. I heard about it when I was washing my car and she asked me to wash hers as well, to which I declined. That's the problem with young people today. They don't do anything. And then spouted off this latest offense. Me/laughing hard. I knew that was you. Do you think kids are going clean your house just because you pay taxes? I pay taxes too. Do you see any kids helping me out for the experience? She went inside, slamming the door angrily. So this happened just over a decade ago. I was 7, 8, I don't remember. Anyways, on mobile, English is first and only language, but I'm bad at it. You already probably know the cast. So I was at one of my best friend's birthday parties and we were having a great time. We were at this large indoor facility that had a 23-story jungle gym thingy, kinda like the ones at the fast food places, but way better and way bigger. One thing that this place had was 2 different ball pits on the main floor, with little kids and these plastic balls. You can assume that there was some throwing of said balls, and battles between different groups. That said, these battles had unspoken rules. You only peg people who are involved, and when a ceasefire is called, you stop. For the most part, these rules are followed. So me and my friends were running around, having a good time. We had been chilling in the larger bull pit for a while, burying each other as was also common, when a bullfight broke out between 2 other groups. At first we stayed clear, but after one group beat the other, they decided to come at us. This is very unusual as there was no discussion about it between the groups. I know, civil for little kids. This is probably the best place to put that the bullfights are not limited to the bull pits. They cover everywhere except for the area where parents are sitting. Anyways, I was currently in the process of being buried when this group of kids, probably around 12, 13 and us around 7, 8, started a bullfight with us. The biggest kid out of the group decided to do so by walking, or wading, through the balls up to me and pegging me in the face with 3 balls. They were a hard plastic, and from a short distance, they hurt. Now, even as a little kid, I had the mindset that I ain't no beach. Rather than crying to the parents that were watching us, I was gonna get him back. Maybe not the best idea I had, but I was a little kid. He ran off, and I scooped a bunch of balls into my shirt, you know how, and started chasing him. The play area was pretty complex, and I didn't have the best hand-eye coordination, yet so I ran out of balls without hitting him. Luckily, because this happens often enough, there are balls everywhere. He takes a wrong turn on the bottom level and hits us straight away. At this point I have filled back up on balls. I start getting closer to him, and drill him with a couple in the back. From a long distance mind you, so probably not that hard. Surprisingly, he starts crying and runs off. At that point, I got back at him, and was content with leaving it there. Me and my friends went back to playing in the ball pit, and see him and some of his friends on the other side of it. He had his shirt lifted up, and they were pelting him in the back with balls. I didn't really think about what this could possibly mean. When we were done, and going to get lunch in the concessions, we saw the kid with a woman I can only assume is his mom. He started tearing up, lifted up his shirt, talked to his mom, and pointed at me. His mom came storming over to me, and shouting about how she was going to beat me for hurting her child. Me and my friends just ran back into the play area, after sticking our tongues at them, really got her there, and didn't see them again. Was I partly at fault? Probably. Did his mom even know what happened? Probably not. Let me know though. Cast. M entitled mother. Ek entitled kid about 10 years old. Me yours truly, F friend. So let's get started. I was at the store shopping for everyday items like shampoo, body wash, and razors for shaving. I was with my friend and has obese due to bad eating habits. When he was younger, we're both 23 and has soon to be 24. So after we were done shopping for the regular we had a few bucks to spend. So we went to the candy aisle and we were looking through for Aces since that's both of our favorites. As we were looking we saw a kid run by and our cart was an aisle away from us. Since we didn't want to push it around with its bad tire, the kid quickly grabs the cart and tries running, but the tire messes up, and he runs into a wall being flung forward hitting his head against the cart. We both run over to see if Has okay and Has crying, so he runs off, and we didn't think much more of it. But out of nowhere we hear yelling, why did you beat my kid? We were shocked for a second, because we had no idea what she was talking about until we say the same crying kid, F. We didn't bear your kid mom. He ran off with our cart and slammed into a Stop lying. My child would never steal your cart. I was still shocked and wasn't really involved in it since I couldn't speak at the moment. F. Mom please calm down, it was an accident and your kid hit his head against the cart. Feel lying mommy, the fat guy hit me. M looked furious now and started yelling at my friend to lose some weight and to give us your money for compensation of beating my kid. Now my friend wasn't having this, especially after the comments on his weight, so he started yelling, F. Get the hell out of my way or I will beat you, just like I did your kid. M looked pale and quickly walked away, so we went to the self-checkout, got our receipts checked and left. Short story, X steals our cart and crashes. M accuses us of child abuse and calls my friend fat. He threatens her out of anger and we leave. This just happened about an hour ago, and I'm still wheezing over this. Cast. Me, the one and only and M, neighbor. So I have a cat named Enchilado, and he loves to go outside on the back porch pool area. He goes outside, hunts for lizards, suns himself, and usually comes back inside. When he wants back inside, he'll meow super loud. Well, I guess a neighbor that lives directly behind us heard him today while she was outside in her pool, because when I let Enchilado out again, he goes out like 4 to 5 times a day. She was standing on her back porch facing me with a nasty look on her face. Me, hey M, how are you today? M, I'm good. Say, I heard your cat screaming earlier, and I was just wanted to make sure it was okay. Me, oh he's fine. He just meows at us when he wants to go back inside. M, why do you let him out in the first place? He's a house cat. Yes, they don't go outside. That's how they become feral. Me, well, he was feral when we got him. We took him in after a friend of ours found him living under a house. But he likes being outside. M, that can be considered abandonment. You can't just leave him outside. Look, He doesn't have a collar on him. What if he gets out? Me. Okay, well, he has gotten loose once, but came back promptly at feeding time. So we know he'll come back where his food is. I better not see this cat out again. If I see him or hear him out here, I will be taking him. I mean, you can try. We have cameras around the perimeter of our house, and my fiance's father, who lives in the house next to yours, is a police officer. So, I welcome you to try and break onto our property. Walks back into her house. Told my fiance what happened, and we couldn't stop laughing. We do have a collar for Enchilado, but he doesn't like it, and it makes him look like he has 5 chins whenever he's laying down or loafing. He is microchipped though. Also, most of our neighbors know what Enchilado looks like. We've had block parties at our house and our neighbors met the boy, so even if he got out, they'd bring him back to us if they saw him. I'm not worried about personally. According to my fiance's dad, she's just a widowed busybody trying to keep herself busy. I'll keep you all updated if she tries anything. Thank you for watching. Slap that like button and comment your opinion on these stories below. I'm waiting. Write that comment. Seriously. Have you written it yet? If you don't comment, you make a bunny cry somewhere. You're not that kind of person. I know. Anyways, peace out and catch you tomorrow.